Hi guys, I'm here to film a video with you today about my GCSE results. GCSE is a little chit chat just about, you know, kind of the whole 2 years of GCSEs, exams, revision, how to approach everything. So I hope this video is helpful, and yeah, thank you for watching. So I guess this video is going to mainly be aimed at the people in the year below me, because everyone in my year's picked up their results, so I guess it's not really relevant for us right now. But it may be relevant in terms of exams and, you know, thinking ahead in the future about A-levels. So I guess where I should start is my actual results. So here are my GCSE results. I guess I'll start off by talking about the actual 2 years of GCSE in general, the homework loads and stuff like that. So for my 4 options, I had 4 options. So I picked geography, history, German and drama, and I think I really enjoyed those options. If I could go back, I would do them all over again. I wouldn't change anything about those options, because those options really suited me and really suited what I wanted to do. In terms of my relationship with teachers, the student-teacher relationship, I think it was amazing those 2 years, and I had the best teachers. So it wasn't a stressful 2 years, and I know it's not the same for everyone. It's important in these 2 years to keep on track with what you do, because that will reflect in exams. For example, when I start talking about revision later, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's really important to keep on track and keep on top of your work. And especially towards the end, teachers are still teaching you things you need to know. They're still giving you homework, so it could be overwhelming. So you have to really know how to balance that and handle that and do your homework when you should be doing. I think I'll talk about exam preparation now. So, you know, at the end of the year, I ended up having 23 exams in the space of 5 weeks, because it all comes down to revision and having a schedule. It's really important to have a schedule during exam time and before exam time, so you can get used to having one, and you know how to set your time apart, because you can't spend all your time revising. It's just not practical and it's not healthy. You need to have some leisure, and you need to, you know, go out with your friends and do other stuff apart from revising. Even with revising, I found it quite overwhelming, because people put a lot of pressure on you to revise, teachers and your parents, even though teachers are still teaching you things you need to know. Teachers are still giving you homework, so you can feel really tired because it's nearing the end of the year. So you just have to kind of push on through and do the best you can, and that's where a schedule plays such an important role, because you can balance your time effectively. In terms of revision during exams, so my revision style is I can revise listening to music. I know loads of people advise against that, and loads of people say you can't do that, but that's just how I revise. Everyone's different, and it's important to find the revision technique that's different for you, that's good for you. That being said, it's not bad to try different techniques, and I think my best source of revision for me was my school book. That's why I said you have to pay attention in class, because you wouldn't need to run around. I had friends running around looking for textbooks or asking people for links for help. If you do your work in class, and if you stay focused over the 2 years, you'll have everything you need in your school books. Like literally, I had everything I needed in my school books, so I just wrote it down again, listening to music. So that's how I revised.
You can have so many sources of revision. You can have your friends, you may have older siblings who've been through it. You can use them. You can use teachers. People forget that teachers are always going to be there for you, and teachers are really helpful. And you have the internet. For example, YouTube was a great revision source, especially for science and geography. You have Oxnotes, which was good for English literature. I'll leave some of the things I found helpful down below, like BBC Bite Size. So use a plethora of resources to help you with the revision. There are so many out there that you may learn something you didn't learn from this source or that source. So it's important to use different sources of revision.
In terms of, I think having a schedule for revision. I think you need to know that you can't revise every single second. You need to make time for your friends. That being said, don't go out all the time. Like, I had to turn down so many birthday parties because sometimes you have to be a little bit selfish during GCSEs. Sometimes that's the things you have to do. And remember, you have a really long summer coming ahead, so you don't need to be, always going out during GCSE time. Just save it for your summer. Having a schedule, I wish I had more of a schedule during exams, because what I found is I'm guilty of having revised for, if not all, most of my exams the night before. I revised the night before, and I know it's bad, but if you're not well organized, that ends up happening. And I'm lucky that I got the results I did, that they didn't turn out too bad, but of course I could have done better if I had organized my time better. But I think looking back on it, it's not worth taking the gamble, because my results could have gone the complete other direction because of that gamble, because of doing what I did.
I have friends who are sleeping at 1 a.m. because of exams and then revision, and then waking up at 4 a.m. to revise for the exam that morning. It's just not healthy, and it's not good for you, because you won't get time to take it in. It's better to give yourself sleep and just go in that exam with the knowledge you do know, than to force yourself to stay awake taking in knowledge that's not going to stick because you're tired. And I think that's why it's important to have sleep during exams. It's one of the biggest important things, one of the things I stressed most to my friends.
In terms of results day itself, that was a fun day. I was actually really excited for the results. I didn't really feel nervous. I was excited. I wanted to see what I got, and I kind of knew along the lines of what I was going to get.
And it's important to remember that once you open that result, that you can't expect grades for work you didn't do. That result is work that you put in for an exam that you sat. So you can't blame your teachers, blame your parents, blame whoever, with the exception that sometimes people have bad days. I had a friend, when we had our drama performance exam, he had a migraine and he was sick on the day of our performance exam. Yes, there is an exception that not every day is going to be the best day, and there are bad days, but you really have to kind of try to know that you're sitting that exam. Even in terms of people putting pressure on you, like parents and teachers and people wanting the best of you, you have to know, you have to do the best of your capabilities and do yourself proud, because your parents aren't sitting that exam, you are. They're not collecting that result, you are. So you have to do what you find best for you. Don't put yourself under too much pressure because you're trying to do well for your parents. Of course we all want to do well for our parents, but you have to be realistic with yourself. And another thing is, I'd say for results day, is don't compare yourself to others, because it will just make you just feel just bad. It's just not good for you. It's not good to go in there like, oh, but I was meant to get grades like he did or she did. It's not good, because at the end of the day, that's a reflection of the work you put in for over 2 years. So you cannot blame or want to be anyone else, because they put in their own work to get those grades, just as you should have for your own grades. So I think it's important to kind of maybe take inspiration from others to say, oh, next year I'm going to work twice as hard so I can come back from this or do better, because there is always room for improvement. Even with my grades, I think that there is so much room for improvement.
I guess in terms of thinking of the future and thinking about A-levels, because straight after your GCSE results you're going to have to get into A-level mode. I think you have to think of what you got and what you plan to do, because I know so many people that had set career plans before GCSEs and set this, set that. It's good to have goals, but don't make them set in stone, because it will be, I know a lot of people who were disappointed that now in for A-levels they have to change their whole kind of choice because they already had a set career plan. So it's important to kind of have a goal of what you want to do, but don't set it in stone, because after results day it may change, it may not be the case.
I guess the last thing I want to say is, on results day we got our yearbooks. So I haven't been asked to promote this or anything, I just feel like I need to. So I'm wearing my jumper right now from school. So the jumper I ordered, the jumper I got. So this jumper came from a company called Fizz Group, Fizz Hoodies, and so did the yearbook. The yearbook came from Fizz. And I got mine with grey inside. There are so many options. Literally, you can pick from so many things. I urge you. I'll leave the link down below.
So I'll just show you my yearbook. So I hope that was helpful. I don't know if there's anything else I'm forgetting, but if there is, you guys can just ask me or tell me down below. Or if you have any questions about my results, about GCSEs or A-levels, you can ask me down below. I would be happy to answer your queries. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it was kind of informative. I just wanted to keep it quick and snappy, a little chit chat.